Tuesday, 16th of October, and we're at junction 24 of the M5, just about to start my day's work. Remember how to get out of this place. So we had a good night's sleep, had a good bite to eat last night, nice home cooked meal. Mr. Owen's man here is probably just popping out to get rid of his rubbish, hopefully. Yeah, looks like it. I might just do the same actually, once I get round there. Oh no, he's doing a walk around check. Right by the exit. That's alright, as long as you do it. Should have done it where he was parked up really, but you know. It's one of them sometimes. Maybe he did his walk around check, but forgot to check his PIN. I don't know. As long as it gets done. Doesn't really matter. I am going to do the same actually. I'm just going to go and chuck a bag of rubbish out. So whilst we can make the most of the skips. Back in a second. A little bit of a tip for you there. Maybe you heard me open my window when I jumped out to get rid of my rubbish. Whenever, I think I've said this one before actually, whenever I get out the truck, if I'm leaving the keys in, I always open a window just in case you jump out and the door locks behind you. That way you're not left with a bit of egg on your face. You've got your window open, you can climb up, reach in and open the door. We've only got a 43-mile journey this morning for our first drop. I spoke to the builder. We're delivering concrete panels. I spoke to the builder last night whilst I was having my tea, and he said, yeah, any time after 8's good. So at the minute we'll be there around about 8 o'clock. Maybe 5-10 past, depending on traffic. And then we'll have a look for the next one. It's quite a good truck stop, that one, because you've got a key fuel station that we're just going past. I've still got 3/4 of a tank of fuel, so I'm not going to bother getting any fuel this morning. I shall get it either a bit further down or on the way back. do find at this time of the morning is everybody is on a mission. So we're on the M5. We'll take this lane. There is actually the motorway services just by junction 24. I can never remember the name of them. Junction 24 of the M5, is it Taunton Dean, is it something like that? I can't let me out. Probably tell us when we get around the corner. Don't get confused and go into that junction. Bridgewater maybe? Bridgewater? I can't remember. Time now is just after 6:30 in the morning, so we're into the dark mornings already. Literally just a week or two ago, this time of the morning, broad daylight. What a difference a couple of weeks makes. And of course, the end of October, just another couple of weeks away. The clocks change. Now that normally signifies, is that the right word? A drop in temperature. And on it. Motorway's fairly quiet for now. Straight into roadworks. God, there's roadworks everywhere, isn't there? Hey, it just rained constantly yesterday, and once I'd had my tea last night, I thought I'm gonna get the video sorted from the day, try and catch up a bit with myself. So I left it rendering overnight whilst I was sleeping, with the thought process I'll get it uploaded this morning. And it rendered it absolutely fine. Press play, no sound. Something somewhere has changed in VideoPad. Messing around with the settings. It's had an update. So, again, the frustration this morning. So I think I found the setting. I've altered it, and it's currently sat rendering again on the bed at the back. By the time I get halfway through my day, that'll have finished. Try again. Honestly. Well, we should go back to doing a bit of time lapse again. This little bit of journey. We're heading for a farm. It's in the middle of nowhere. There's going to be some tight little country roads. Potentially, I'm going to have to keep my wits about me. So we'll see how we go a little bit further on with the video. If I can swap it over and go away from the time lapse, come back to video, I will do. Or if I'm knee deep in concentration, I'll just let it run on the time lapse. So enjoy the journey. back with you again. We did the first delivery and come out the farm, and by rights we should have turned left, but I couldn't. There's no way I could have made that left, and the only way was to go straight on, which brought us back into the little village there. And the only way out the village to go the way we wanted, you weren't allowed to take a heavy goods vehicle. There was a guy in a car stopped and said, "Oh, you ain't going to get round there, fella." I explained I'd been up to the farm, and he went, "Ah, right, yes, I see." I said, "I'm not following my sat-nav, I just couldn't go any other way." So we ended up doing a bit of a 6-point turn at the road end there, and typically everybody stood and watched and nobody actually helped, and it's just kind of gone from from bad to worse. Typical Cornwall. Country lanes, tight corners, tight bends up against buildings. It's been quite a challenge so far. The road, I don't want to speak too soon, has opened up a little bit now. I'm just looking at these bends up here. This is like being back on the motorway now compared to what we've just been through. And I came across a tractor and trailer with a farmer, probably the only one in the country that couldn't reverse for toffee. I had a whole load of traffic behind me. It must have taken him half an hour to reverse about 100 yards. And I don't know what the code is actually. I said to him, "Could you not just turn around in the field? Just go in the field and turn around and come back out?" And he just said, "No, it's not my field." So I'm guessing farmers don't like other farmers going on the land, even if just to turn around, save everybody a load of hassle. But that's fair enough, that's how it is. We seem to have a better road here now. I've stopped a couple of times, got the maps out and had a look. There's no easy route from where I was to where I'm going, other than through the village. And even if I could have turned left at the roundabout where I did the 6-point turn, there was a car parked on the corner that I just could not get round for. You couldn't see it probably from the video, but it was just tucked around the corner. I never would have got round, so I had to turn around and come back, and it's just been a case of trying to pick my way through the country roads. But it's added a good hour and a bit onto my journey. And the trouble is with these is once you've kind of started going in a direction, that's it. You know, there's nowhere to turn around. You can't pull in, traffic behind you, you can't just pull over and stop and have another look. You kind of rely a little bit on good judgment and signposts to try and pick up somewhere, you know, that you're kind of familiar, sounds familiar. Now we're stuck behind a push bike. We're actually going a bit quicker than we have done for the last hour, so that's alright. We've still got plenty of drive time left. But I am going to be a little bit late with this one, I'm afraid now. That's just the way it is. These little country roads. I come through one little village and I thought, oh my god. It was like a T-junction at the end. And there was the oldest looking houses you've ever seen in your life, with thatch roofs and all the rest of it, and oh my god, am I going to get round? Kept me cool about me, took it nice and easy, had a shunt, and managed to get through. I'm trying to give the cyclist a bit of room behind the pothole. It does take a while to overtake with these things, but hopefully he might just pull in and let me go. There he goes. Much appreciated. Thank you. Give him a thank you. Oh, we've had the weather to battle with. It's alright now, but it was really foggy before, so you couldn't actually see the road ahead of you, which makes matters worse, I think. It's alright if you can see where you're going and what you're getting yourself into, but obviously you can't see anything over the hedgerows. You've no idea if there's cars lurking. I can see a van coming round. I suppose the last thing in the world they're expecting is to see me. It's, they are travelling sometimes far too quickly. But so far so good. The trouble with these country roads, you've got to look out for everything. Other cars, other vans, tractors. Make sure there's no power lines, look out for trees, overhanging branches, cyclists, everything. Oh, I'm definitely a happier bunny on this bit of road though. And it's lovely. Lovely bit of road. I love Cornwall. Touch wood, fingers crossed, so far it's been kind. But I'm not going to speak too soon. I need to get back out onto the main road. And then I can breathe. But we're getting there, slowly but surely, we're getting there. I'm going to have to ring the people that I'm delivering to, just let them know that I'm going to be another hour and a half. I phoned them about an hour and a half ago to say I'll be an hour and a half, and now I'm going to be another hour and a half. They sound quite laid back. That was lucky. It's always reassuring when you see another truck coming round these roads. Now, I've had a good look at the maps. I'm fairly confident we're okay, but there's also no option in the matter. I've had to come this way. And you see these things on Facebook with lorries that get stuck on corners, and everybody takes the mickey and calls them amateurs, and oh, he must have been following his sat nav. Well, not always. Sometimes you just get stuck. Although I do agree there's got to be a certain amount of common sense applied. And if something looks horrendous, then you've got to kind of make that call, make that judgment. It's very, very hilly round here. It's flattened out for a bit now, but I've had a couple of hills where I've just lost traction on, and I'm almost fully loaded, which doesn't help. And you get the cars that come round the corner, and they can't just stop. They can see you struggling to get up the hill, but they've got to come right forward, right the way to the front of you, and then you have to stop. And then when you try and get going again, you just lose all your momentum, you've lost all your traction. And then it takes everything to get yourself going again. Local cafe outside a little post office there. I've no idea the name of the place where we are. Bell's close, if that helps. A couple of little cafes there though. At the end of this road and hopefully back onto the main road before much longer. So we're going to cut you short there just for a minute or two. Get this last little bit out of the way and we'll catch up in a bit. Oh, so we made it back onto the main road. This is a main road, this is the A377 heading towards Crediton. I've been back in touch with the guy at the farm that we're going to. He was absolutely fine. I think he was quite sympathetic actually. Appreciated the update for sure. It means they can carry on with whatever they're doing for another hour, not hanging around waiting for me to turn up. So a bit of luck, fingers crossed, everything crossed. Eggsford Forest. Eggsford Forest. Some of you might know where we are then. Oh, what a morning. It's not over yet. I do like a challenge. Time lapse on it. Try again. Been trying for about half an hour to get the camera to do a time lapse. Keeps on losing everything. So we missed that bit. But we're still on the main road. Doing alright. We're still about 3/4 of an hour away from the second drop. The road has thankfully widened up a little bit for us. I'm just hoping the microphone's working now. We shall find out later. And you know, if the microphone is working and it's recording, you'll know that because, well, you'll be listening to this bit. Oh, so if you don't see this bit or hear this bit, you'll know the microphone hasn't worked, and that's why you've not seen this. I need a cup of tea. That's what I need. I need a cup of tea. Shut up. Dear God. Past 11. Nowhere near the white line. It's about a foot to the right of it. Anyway, we're getting there. Still. I've gone over it that time. Still got another drop to do after this one, and I had a look at the map before and it's way down past Falmouth. Falmouth's like 30 miles away. We're about 30 miles down the side of Falmouth, I think. And by the time we've done that drop, we're not going to have a right lot of time left for doing much more. 3.5 hours driving now, 45 minutes away from our drop. I'm going to need to take a 30-minute break when I get there. I had a 1/4 of an hour at the first farm, thankfully. That keeps my working time directive right. downside to an automatic where you get roads like this, because it will just keep on changing up, and eventually it will give you a gear change when you really don't want one. It's done that a few times, like there. It's not a quick enough gear change to keep the momentum going. All of a sudden you got 40 tonnes going backwards. You run out of oomph, and by the time it's changed the gear and got its clutch back up, you've lost all your speed. You end up just grinding to a halt. Whereas with a manual, you can kind of hit the hill and anticipate the gear changes looking at the hill. And you can select the gear that you want, rather than letting some piece of electronic gadgetry decide what's best and then get it wrong. But the trouble is, you stop moving on a hill, and if it's wet and if the tarmac is worn, it can be very, very difficult to get going again. At least the countryside's nice. We'll try another time lapse. Well, this is the last bit of the second delivery. I'm trying to just find the farm. It's down here somewhere. They said to take the second turn in, and we took the second turn in. It was quite an interesting turn. I know there's a couple of farms along here, so I did have a quick look on Google Maps before. There's a bit of work going on up there. Need to make sure we're getting the right farm, of course. in a little bit again. See you in a bit. Right, well, we're on the way to the final drop. This is the A338 or the 388, A388. That's it. Heading out towards Launceston. Over the 60-foot truck. Wow. Some people. I'm hoping this is recording. I'm hoping it's recording. It's lost its connection with the phone again, so. It never ceases to amaze me how drivers just don't stop, just to let the big stuff get out of the way. Yeah, I don't never understand why they just keep coming. Just stop, slow down, stop. And if it looks easier just to let the truck keep going so they can get out of the way, then let them get out of the way. The last thing you want is to have to stop on a hill, especially an uphill, when the road's wet, if you've got a full load on. Roads aren't the best, but it just seems to be a countrywide thing where drivers just have to keep pushing forwards and sit in the middle of the road. Makes the mind boggle. But just so everybody knows where I'm going. That's quite a tight corner, that one. To watch out for the bollards. Well, we've still got a good 60 miles to go, so that's more like it. Thank you. Still got a good 60 miles to go. It reckons it's going to be about 2 hours. And it's 20 past 1 now. I am going to need to stop and get some fuel, so I'm going to pull into one of the services on the A30. I'll stop, fuel up, and then make the delivery once I have fuel. I've probably got enough fuel to get me there, but I will be very low, and I've no idea what they're going to do with me next, so there's no point in risking it. Come on people, get going. Don't want to stop. Very soon we'll be on the main A30. That'll be a relief. That'll be like being back on the motorway again. I love Cornwall. I do love Cornwall. You have to make sure you're going the right way on the A30. It's quite an easy one to make, that. Side of the ridge. So we're going all the way down, way the other side of Falmouth, right down into the foot of Cornwall. We've still got quite a way to go. We've still got a lot of weight on. We've only dropped a few concrete sections off, so we do still have quite a bit of weight on. I'm absolutely shattered. Did I take my tablet this morning? Yeah, I did do. Suddenly thought, oh, if I have my thyroid tablet, because that's normally a sign that I've forgotten to take it. But I think I've just been worn out with with the morning, I think. Freedom! Freedom! So hopefully it should be fairly plain sailing from it, which is probably the worst thing I could ever say. No idea how I'm going to go back to doing a time lapse now, because I have no control of the camera. But we'll give it a go. We'll have a go. We've just been for fuel. I've no idea what your view's like, but my windscreen's absolutely covered in roadkill. I stopped at Cornwall Services to get some fuel, but unfortunately the shop was shut. So I remembered another little petrol station just around the corner, and luckily they accepted the card, and all is good. We refueled. So I phoned my next customer. He wasn't very happy, unfortunately. He'd been promised it at 10 o'clock this morning. So I kind of explained everything and he still wasn't very happy. Then he said to me, what vehicle are you in? I went, well, I'm in an Arctic. And he just went, really? He went, well, I hope you've got rear steer. I went, no. Oh. But he said, you're going to have fun and games. I can't believe they've sent an Arctic. And I said, well, there's 22 tonnes of concrete on me back. I don't know what you're expecting. I couldn't put it on my push bike. So he's advised that I stop at the end of the lane and we'll work it out from there. It might just be they'll have to come down and get it from the end of the lane. I don't know. But, he was a bit of an abrupt character, shall we say, which is just what you need. But never mind. You just kind of shrug them off. Yes, no, sir. 3 bags full, sir. At the end of the day, we've had a hard day's work. Couldn't have done it any quicker. Couldn't have got there any sooner. And I have done what they've asked me to do, which was to phone an hour before I get there, which is what I've done. I do like it when customers get a bit snotty with you, because I don't know what they expect sometimes. But nobody's been in touch with me anyway. Nobody's turned around and said, how long will you be? So, I don't know. I don't know. Don't like being in the bad books, but at the same time, I've still done my day's work. It has been a day's work. So if I'd have gone there first, maybe I would have